Right, for this build I'm going to use a Sheng Shao 6x6. First of all, what I'm going to do is take the cube apart and glue together the top 2 rows and the bottom 2 rows. So the bottom 2 rows, that one and that one, are stuck together so they move as one. And the top 2 rows, that one and that one, will be stuck together so they move as one. Okay, so having taken the cube apart, I've now glued the top and bottom 2 rows together. So you've got these 2 cubes here glued together all around on all 8 sides, or all 8 corners even. You can see that. Now I've left these corner pieces in because it's just easier. It saves them to mess around taking them out and putting them back in again, and it's quite easy to glue these cubes onto the corner pieces even while they're still attached, so I just left it all together. You also will have 16 of each of these pieces and 16 of these pieces. Okay, and they just sit together like that to form the top edge pieces, and they go back in the cube, they'll sit like that. So you have those 2 looking like that, and then you have a mirror image of those 2 on the other side there. So what you need to do now is just reassemble the cube. If you need to find out how to reassemble a cube, just look on YouTube. There's lots of tutorials how to reassemble a Sheng Shao 6x6. So just have a quick look if you need to, but it's not too hard to reassemble. Okay, so having reassembled the puzzle, you then sand down the top and bottom layers that have been glued together until you get something that resembles this. So you can see I've taken a few mil off the top there. You can't get much lower than that, and it's a slightly pillowed shape there. Obviously it's not finished yet, so the shape's not as it will be when it's finished because it needs more sanding. But for now I'm going to fill these pieces on both sides and then sand it down again. Okay, so having taken the cube apart again and filled the pieces, I've now got pieces that look like this. So you got these pieces, and they just got the edge filled, and that would have been a hollow bit there. It's filled, just filled little gaps at the side there, and filled the gap in between where the 2 pieces join there, and again the side there. I've also sanded off the sides of these so that when you reassemble a cube, they will fit together flush again. You get a little bit of top there as well. Just need to fill the sand the top of that bit off as well. And again, exactly the same with this piece. You can see where it's been filled, and I've sanded it down. On that side, you can see where it's been filled and sanded down again. And then I've just sanded down the front, and you can just see there where the line of the join is. So now these pieces are all filled together, and so the corner pieces. So really, over the corners, you're just filling the tops. And just a little line there where the 2 pieces join together, and that goes all the way around. So now you need to reassemble the cube so you can get the proper sanding down to get the shape back again. Okay, I've now filled the pieces, and you've got something that looks like this. So you can see all the pieces are uneven, but they're filled nicely. All the gaps are filled in. Okay, so next step is to sand that down to make it all flat and smooth again, and you end up with something like this. and as you can see, that is now all just like perfectly smooth. It's got a nice pillared shape to it. So once you've done one edge, you just keep sort of flipping the edges over, mixing them up, sand over again, keep doing that until both edges are the same. Once both edges are the same, you need to take it all apart again, and then you need to start sanding down just to round off the edges on all the pieces, just so when it turns it doesn't catch at all, it moves smoothly. Yeah, and then it's ready for painting. If you are having any problems getting to this stage of the build, just check out my 5x5x3 cuboid build. The stages to get to this are exactly the same. There'll be a link in the description down below, and also there'll be a link on the screen just down below there. The only difference is actually assembling the cube back together. Every for stage is exactly the same, so just check that out and it'll show you how to get to the stage of the build. So I've finished off sanding both sides, and I've taken the puzzle block apart, and I've taken it apart to just sand down all these pieces. I've sanded down all the pieces with just some 600 wet and dry paper to get them nice and smooth, to get a really good finish on them, and just along the edges there, you can see that, just to get all the edges all the way around where it would have been quite a sharp corner, just to smooth those off, round them off a little bit, just so they don't catch, and it looks a bit nicer as well. I've done that with all the pieces. It's quite a tedious job, it takes a long time to do, but it is worth doing it in the end. Just going over all the pieces, make sure you can't feel any sort of grooves where the sandpaper is like cut into the piece. You should just feel it nice and smooth on your finger there, and again just all the sides are all rounded off. So yeah, like I said, just use 600 wet and dry to go over all these pieces. With this piece, I was finding these edges here were just catching a little bit when the puzzle was being turned. So I've put a little bit more of a round on that, so it was squarer than that before. So I've put more of a curve on that now. And as a result, it doesn't catch as much, or it doesn't really catch at all now when I turn the puzzle, which is ideal, which is what you want. So that's it. After I sanded them all down, I washed them in just some soapy water and let them dry. The puzzle now needs to be sprayed, so that's it. So I'll see you on my next video, where the puzzle will be reassembled once I've painted it. And I'll show you how to sticker it. Thanks for watching.